Is it worse to buy a brand new construction?
We love talking about this all the time because we have a ton of new construction in our area. So it's just what a lot of people buy. So that's actually just something we are well versed in talking about. So there was a lot of new construction, as we just said. It's an ongoing conversation we have with almost every client. Do you want a pre-owned home or do you want new construction?
Yes, and this depends on how much of the project you want to take on. Do you want something that is older, and you need to some remodel, or you need to spend money to bring it up to code, or you want it to something that is a carefree and everything is ready for you?
Right, so we have to understand really quickly, a lot of those websites, let's be honest, so a lot of those websites, you're going to go on to, just name them, Realtor.com, Zillow, New Home Source, Trulia. You're going to see that they give the MLS listings, but they're going to also give you these new construction options that don't actually exist in the actual area. So They're going to try to, the whole point of that is to get you to click, so you will give your information and then someone's going to call you on it. But the reality is, if you're going to buy new, it's better to have someone with boots on the ground who has communication constantly with the new construction, because let me see, someone can say, oh, I was thinking about buying this home. I'm going to make up an address, 123 Main Street. I'm going to be like, awesome, 123 Main Street will be done in 2 years. It's at 0% right now. Do you have 2 years to wait, or do you want to buy a home in 30 days? And by the way, 123 Main Street might not be there, but 789 Main Street is not on the MLS, not listed anywhere, but that's at 90% done. That will probably fit more in your schedule. Do you want to go see 789 instead of 123? So really, our job with new construction is to stay abreast of what the inventory is that's actually going to fit your sales. So I think that's what the real estate agent's job is. We really are communicating what's actually going to be going on there. It's individualized to make sure that you're getting your needs met and finding the home. And I love talking about buying a pre-sale where you go in and you can pick outside, inside, everything you want. Colors. You want to pick out the fanciest bathroom out there. I love it. That's so pretty. But we're also going to be there to tell you, do you really want to spend the money on that, when that's not going to bring you value to your home if you ever plan on selling it in the future. So our job is also to keep it realistic and to make sure that we're saying, these are going to be sale pluses for your home sale in the future, and nobody's really going to care about the color of this. No, if you want our advice with that.
Now, before we get into my wife talk about the MLS listing and the role of the realtor. Right. Now we're going to do our introduction first.
Yes, let's hit it. Hi, it's Alan Victoria. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Also, we call text all the time at 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Don't be shy. Also, don't get weird on our side and subscribe in the description below. Also, notice how I like to talk a lot about new construction. So I'm going to let my husband talk about the benefits a little bit.
Yes, a little bit of the benefits of the new construction really is starting with the peace of mind. No, eliminating all of those concerns related to the foundation issues, about the structure issues, and common issues of that the older homes they have. Is buying a brand new construction, it gives you peace of mind. And also things that you wanted to talk about. The second is energy efficiency, no? Mm-hmm. And saying that, the story about one of my wife client that recently, at the end of September, purchased a home, and he said that his bill just for electric the last 30 days was just $30. And
$33.
$33. And what is the reason? Energy efficiency home. No?
Right. They had the most, everything was new in that home. They had the latest energy certified for everything. The HVAC up to code, everything up to code is not, and he kept his temperature at 72. I specifically asked, what do you keep your temperature at? Because, if someone turns it off all the time, then of course you're going to have a cheap bill. But no, he was used to hundreds of dollars a month, and then he went to $33. I'm happy to show you that builder if you want to.
Exactly.
But it's really just something to think about.
And then this third thing that of course comes with this energy efficiency is the air quality, using the airtight, watertight, or seal feature for enhanced indoor air quality is one of the things that you wanted to have, and you can find it in a new home that is built in the to the code. No.
Another nice feature of new construction is going to be that builder warranty. So if
Exactly.
something does go wrong, the windows are falling out of that's an extreme. The window is falling out. Of course, that's structural, so they can come and fix that right away. But if the window's falling out, you need to tell me too, because that's not a good situation for that buyer. But you can also, you don't need to buy other warranties. You're good. So you can just use a lot of different options.
Exactly.
Let's talk about the buying process a little bit.
Yes, the buying process is where we should start. Really.
Okay, so there's two different options, right?
Yeah.
You can pick a spec home, which
home.
is you want to buy a home that's going to be done, that they've already picked out all the options. You can buy spec because they've already speculated someone's going to buy it and they built new. And we have a lot of those. Or you can go from the beginning, which is what, a pre-sale. How does that work?
Pre-sale is basically need to pay for lot premium, depends on which lot you, and then of course you can, depends on the builder, you pick whatever goes inside or outside of the home as much as they allow to do that.
Right. Now, if you're going to pick every feature outside of every upgrade out there, they're probably going to charge you more. But if you're picking normal upgrades, and again, we can try to keep it reasonable. I can get you a builder that you put $1,000 down and you can pick out a pre-sale and you can get everything you want in that home up to a certain point. So I just want to point that out there. So that's another amazing thing.
The second thing is the mortgage rates. No, this is also a little bit tricky because, of course, we had just recent interest rate went down to 6.8% for the FHA loan, but
6.65.
6.65, and then some of the builders really have promotions coming with their purchasing and using their lenders.
That's for spec. Now, also understand if you're moving a pre-sale and it's a year to build, you want to understand what your lender's policy is to lock. Because I don't know what the future holds. You don't know what the future holds. Maybe it's going to float down. Maybe it's going to go amazingly down. Maybe it's going to go up. I don't have a crystal ball. I cannot tell you what the future is going to be. I try not to do that. However, understand what your mortgage lender is telling you what they can do, because the thing I hate to see is someone not lock and then they lose that ability. Like we had somebody in a pre-sale where their lender couldn't lock, so they went, instead of 3%, they paid almost 6% for a home where they were under contract for a 3% way at the beginning.
Exactly. The third thing we wanted to talk about is importance of inspection. Even though we say that is brand new and they have a warranty, still we need to do our due diligence and do the inspection. Why?
Why? Because you never know. Someone might have used a razor. I've seen this for once. Someone cut the HVAC with the box opener, so therefore the HVAC was leaking HVAC because somebody cut the fins with the razor, which isn't good at all.
Exactly.
Somebody was being really diligent, or the oven doesn't work even though they put an oven there because someone dropped it off the back of the truck. So you want to make sure, that's another one I've actually seen, where they tried to stick it in there but clearly the oven doesn't work, so who wants to buy a house with a broken oven?
Oh, exactly.
So you want to make sure we always do our inspections just in case, even if it's just for peace of mind, because the builder does everything correctly. That's still amazing. However, you still want to have peace of mind.
Yeah, and you should have the real estate agent professional next to you, because also the builder contract is a little bit different. Why is different?
Because they're going to have a lot of builder protections in there as well. So you want to be able to understand what is going on with that home.
Exactly. And if something for any reason delayed in the project, still real estate professionals is with you, and you are not going to lose money and time. No?
Well, you might lose that due diligence fee. They call it earnest money, but it's really a due diligence fee.
Exactly.
In the state of North Carolina. But otherwise, we're here to try to help you as much as possible, and we want to make sure you are aware of everything that might happen. So therefore, we are protecting you as much as we can, which is what I love to do. I hate people losing money.
And don't forget to call us at 252-327-3357, and also leave us comment and subscribe in our channel. We'll love to connect with you, and see you in the next podcast and video. Thank you.